Matthew Walton and Richie Allen. These are your Darlington team. Man of starting goal number 1, Ben Dodzinski. 2, Liam Mars. 3, Terry Galbraith.
Get control of the ball and turn. Gary Brown's going to take the throw in on the far side here, kicking towards the open end.
It was savable.
Gary Brown throws it long, but Galbraith wins that first header, and Jay Lynch comes and collects on after the first bounce. Nobody on the end of the first flick, but Burgess will be encouraged by winning that first header. Here at the other end, Lynch's kick is long and headed on by Phoenix, who chases his own ball, comes inside, and it's a free kick there. Falkingham adjudged to have brought him down. So Bruff's over this ball, left-footed, knocks it into the box. All the way through, and it's a goal for Salford. I think it went in directly. Maybe somebody got a touch, I'm not sure.
It's hard to say from here, yeah, but it's in the back of the net, and that's 1-0 to Salford. 6 minutes gone.
So first strike, Salford. We said it was a dangerous position to knock that ball in from, and it went certainly all the way across, and players were running across it. Whether anybody got a touch or not, impossible for us to tell here, but Salford take the lead.
Goal's been credited to Michael Nottingham. I can't picture which one's in there.
Jay Lynch takes the goal kick for Salford. Gary Brown wins that first header. Phil Turnbull and Hine working in the middle of the park to try and compete for the ball, and he's played a little ball into the box. There's a chance for Salford. Salford trying to get the feet sorted out for a shot at goal, and it's Phoenix who has a shot, and Dudzinski has to go to his right and collect it. So a long throw in coming into the box, far side. It's Nottingham who was the target, but Galbraith leapt well and beat him. And again, the ball's bobbling about on the edge of the box, and Stephen Thompson's turned his man there, but that's a late challenge by Falkingham, and I imagine that's going to find his way into the referee's notebook as well. Falkingham slid in to try and get there before Billy Priestley, but he was half a second late, and Priestley took the punishment for that. I think that's a yellow card actually for the Salford players.
The Salford player, yeah, for protesting about getting Falkingham booked.
So a chance for Salford. It's in a dangerous position. 25 yards. Left foot shot goes over the bar though. It's poor contact by Sam Walker. He's there for Salford. Good afternoon wherever you're listening to us from here on Darlow Fans Radio. Sponsored by Tempest Jones, construction recruitment specialists. Ball just down the line there and comes inside. Galbraith tidied that one up. Little scrappy period again. And Mark Beck's got a chance to get on the end of a short header here. If the ball comes down for him, he could have a chance. Beck's through and goal. Beck scores! Darlington 1, Salford 1. Mark Beck used his strength, left-footed, steered it into the bottom corner.
Yeah, great goal by Mark Beck. A defensive error there by, I think it was Grant, was it, who headed it back towards his gate, but he went up in the air. Beck continued his run, took it down. He was challenged, but he got round the man and fired it left-footed in the bottom corner. Darlington 1, Salford 1.
I just complimented a few minutes ago the centre-back for nodding one comfortably and competently back to the goalkeeper and taking the sting out of things, and he tried to do the same thing again, and he got too good a connection on it, and Mark Beck got on the loose ball. I didn't think he was going to have the pace at first, but then in trying to save the day, the defender I think overcommitted himself a little bit, and Beck tucked it into the bottom corner. And if I were one of the celebrity managers of Salford here, I'd be absolutely spitting feathers, because Salford have been in no danger whatsoever in the opening period of this game.
Beck's just on the edge of the 6-yard box. Throw being taken about 25 yards from the byline. Thrown in towards Beck. Beck can't get there. Drops out to Gillies. Gillies fires it over from 18 yards. A look from Josh Gillies.
All credit to the ground staff here.
Throw in taken by Nottingham. Headed back by Galbraith. And Nottingham launches that forward towards Phoenix. Kevin Burgess gets there. It's played back by Gary Brown to Liam Mars. Mars being closed down by Poole. Played forward and Falkingham gets there. But it's played forward again towards Poole. Played wide, he's onside. Hine plays it across, he comes out towards the far post towards Bruff. Bruff plays it back, but it's behind a couple of men. Burton coming onto it, right-footed shot. It goes 2 or 3 yards wide from Scott Burton, and that's a let-off there for Darlow.
Salford prepared to press forward, put Darlington under pressure at the back.
Wide towards Mars, took a deflection though, so it's a throw into Darlow. Throw taken by Mars to Thompson. Thompson takes a touch, back to Mars. Mars inside to Falkingham. Falkingham thought about shooting, played wide now instead to Mars. Mars keeps it in play, gets to the byline. Mars tried to play it back, it's sliced clear on as far as Galbraith. Galbraith on his left foot plays it towards Falkingham. Falkingham trying to skip through, he's brought down, nothing given by the referee. And that was no different to what Fulton was given a foul for earlier in the half. And Thompson now back in possession for Darlow. Thompson inside on his left foot, swung in by Thompson, drops towards Gillies. Gillies shoots left footed. Takes a deflection, goes just wide of the goal. It's a corner to Darlow.
Good play by Darlington, but the challenge on Falking a minute ago was WWE, I think, wasn't it? It was a clothesline job, I mean.
Galbraith swings in towards the far post. Headed out for another corner to Darlow on the far side. Beck's in there, Burgess, Brown, Thompson's going short. Swung in by Gillies underneath the crossbar. Lynch punches up in the end. Galbraith should get there. Galbraith brings it down on this right hand side. Played back towards Turnbull. Turnbull taking on his man, sets himself up, left footed, swung in. Heading goals, but it's straight at Lynch. Unlucky from Darlington, I think it might have been Gary Brown, was it? With the header. He just stuck his foot out and caught the ball, but Lynch hasn't picked it up anyway. Lynch now goes long towards Poole, heading away by Galbraith. Played forward towards Phoenix. Phoenix now lays it back, and there's a foul there by Falkingham again, is it? And Falkingham now is going to go into the referee's book. And to be fair, accumulation, he deserves a yellow card, Stu.
He does. No, he's not getting one.
Well, he hasn't got one.
Previous infringements.
So it's a free kick halfway inside the Darlow half to be swung in by Walker. Walker swings it in. Headed down, it's poked up in the air, it's in the back of the net. Salford have taken the lead again. I'm not sure who it is, I'm just waiting for him to turn around who scored.
It seems to be Nottingham. Is it congratulating Nottingham?
It's either
again?
Nottingham or Simon Grand, I think. But it's
Phoenix, are they giving it to on the...
It's hard to say. There was a bit of a goal-mouth scramble, wasn't there? It was headed up in the air and there's 2 or 3 players went for it, but the important thing is
set, please.
Salford 2, Darlington 1.
Thompson wins the header from the throw-in, and again Leon Scott's sliding into a challenge there and does excellently to win it cleanly. Gillies gets the opportunity there to break forward. He gives it to Galbraith. Galbraith has to turn back, looking for a little bit of support. Turnbull offers him it. Turnbull clips the ball outside of the boot towards Beck. Beck header, goal, Darlington. The referee's flag, the assistant flag says down. It's a goal for Darlington. 2-2. Great header, Mark Beck.
Yeah, great ball in as well by Phil Turnbull outside the right boot. Found Mark Beck. I thought he was offside, but not given, and it's 2-2.
Great bit of work by Phil Turnbull. He just clipped that with the outside of his boot like a Brazilian. If he was in the Premier League, he'd be watching it all day. The reason I mentioned on commentary about the assistant referee's flag going up, that wasn't so much for the offside. I just thought it was one of those big, powerful Mark Beck aerial challenges, which very often is called an infringement. But he saw the ball, attacked it like a real centre forward, and fired a header into the bottom corner, which makes the game all square. And the referee need to be awake. And Liam Mars is going to have to get this one right. He's in control, he's in the right place, he's played it trying to find Turnbull, and Darlington just could have had a chance to clear the ball there, but tried to play it to Turnbull short. Salford have the chance to cross, but Gary Brown's in, takes a nice cool touch. Darlington cool on the ball here, but they've given it back to Salford. Couple of chances to clear the lines, not taken. Back to Hume. Hume plays it inside. Salford on the edge of the box with a chance to get a shot away, but good enough. Salford still on the box. It's Brough, I think, far side. Brings it onto his right foot. Blocked by Galbraith. Another chance for Salford to shoot. It's a great shot, just wide. And it's accelerating, and we're trying our best here on Darlow Fans Radio to keep you up to date with what's going on, but it's a pretty pacey game. Beck's trying to compete with Priestley there for the header. Neither of them have got it. Come to Hardy. Hardy outside of the box has a turn on the shot that goes straight into Jay Lynch, but
towards Beck. Away by Brough. Brought down by Poole. Challenged by Turnbull. No foul given. Galbraith plays it wide to Gillies. Gillies getting down this left hand side for Darlow. Up against Nottingham. He's got Galbraith in support. Plays it to Galbraith. Galbraith steps inside. Played across now to Turnbull. Turnbull in the centre of the park. Taken over by Thompson. Thompson stands up towards the far post towards Beck. Beck claiming he was fouled, nothing given. It's going to be a corner to Darlow. Beck claiming that he was having his shirt pulled and pushed, and the referee having none of it. It's going to be a corner to Darlow. Darlow getting the substitution board out, so there'll be a third substitution for Darlow. Galbraith's header goes back rather than forward, and then Burgess has to clear that away. There's a collision there in the half in the middle of the park, but nothing untoward, and Mars wins the ball back for Darlow, and now Darlow can break through Leon Scott. Scott does well, and the ball finds its way to Gillies. Gillies now can run at the defence, threaded through towards Hardy, but Nottingham reads it well and intercepts the ball, and now Darlow win the ball back through Phil Turnbull. Good chance by Turnbull. Leon Scott plays it wide to Stephen Thompson. Scott continues his run. Thompson's ball was poor. It's cleared away, and now there's man over on the right hand side, and luckily for Darlow that's hit his own man, and Hine was in down the side, but it's played wide now to Gillies. Gillies with a shot from the middle of the box. Just going to be Walker to take this free kick just inside his own half. Walker takes it short to Nottingham. Liam Hardy closing him down. Played across by Nottingham, only as far as Leon Scott. Played wide now to Stephen Thompson. Now Thompson trying to take on his man. Can't get round the second man though, and it's played back. It goes out for throw into Darlington, halfway line. Thrown forward towards Hardy. Hardy getting towards the byline. Swings in across towards Beck! Oh! Beck puts it just over the bar from 4 yards out. Unlucky for Mark Beck. Good ball in by Liam Hardy, and I don't know if Beck went for it with his foot over his head, but it's gone over the top of the goal.
It's the 90th minute, and that was a tremendous chance, and you're right, it was just that height where it was almost just a little bit too high to go with your foot and a little bit too low for the head, and he went head and just lofted it over the bar from close range. Great chance.
Fantastic ball in by Liam Hardy.